What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers. Really quick, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who stopped by and participated in the raid boss this past weekend. That was my most fun one that I've done in terms of the gimmick. It was very enjoyable, and I hope you guys, anybody that did participate, I hope you guys had a blast as always. And it's always cool to get people together just to do it. So big shout out to you guys. But and if you want to fight some raid bosses, hey, link in the description. Click the link. There's only one. Click it. Join the Discord, and then we'll get you'll get all acquainted. You'll get set up, and it's every Saturday we do it. And come on, if you like playing Smash Bros, I mean, come on, right? Let's do it. But let's get to the matter at hand here. Back to the Everyone Is Here tournament. Did I ruin it? Nobody's seen the results, did they? They didn't see the results up there? I hope not. I'll get to it in a second. But Everyone Is Here tournament. We're back again. I upload one of the matchups from the tournament each day except Sundays, and then we vote between one of the two characters in the comments. But, you know, voting's part of the overall rules. So let me throw up the rules on screen here for you guys real quick. And as always, the rules are, well, they're the same as they have been the entire tournament, but they're very straightforward. First rule, this is for fun. You vote for who you want. You don't have to vote for who's necessarily more likely to happen. Always vote for who you personally would rather have. But do remember, you only get one vote per person. How do you vote? Simple. Type the name of the character you're voting for down in the comment section. If you happen to like both the characters, you are allowed to vote for both. Totally fine. It's always been a rule, always will be a rule. You can vote for both if you want to. But keep in mind, one vote per person. The rest of the rules, it's a double elimination tournament, meaning a character will have to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated from the tournament. And then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie, we're going to flip a coin on camera. It's a fairest way to break any tie. And then each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for just 1 week. So when the episode gets uploaded, you have 7 days from that point to get your vote in. If the vote comes in after that, it just doesn't count. Simple. Alright, that's all the rules. Let's get to the rest of the video. Alright, so the results. Winner's bracket matchup. We had Akira Howard, who was taking Akira Howard from the Astral Chain game, who was taking on Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. And, I mean, it was fairly close, you know, in terms of how, I guess, close the match can be. It was decided by less than 10, if that's what you want to... That's what I say is kind of close, alright? So it was less than 10, and the winner ended up being Scorpion. But I will have to say, there was quite a bit of people that said, that voted for Scorpion, that did say that Akira Howard had great potential, you know, going forward. So there's people that definitely... They're on board with the idea of Akira, but, you know, it's just kind of like, it's in their head. You know, we got the Astral Chain Spirit event, what was that, a little over a month ago, roughly, and it's probably all that we'll get for anything Astral Chain in Smash Bros. Sadly, Akira would have made a fantastic character. But anyway, Akira's still in the tournament, though. Still in the tournament, just drops to the loser bracket. Although Scorpion does win and advance one step further in the winner's bracket, so congrats to Scorpion. But that's that for that. That's that for that? What? I don't know. But let's move to the matchup for the day. Where are we at? Where are we at? Here we go. Here we go. Matchup number 139. 139. Wow. We have Lana from the Hyrule Warriors Legend of Zelda series franchise. And Lana's opponent happens to be Jill Valentine. Another character who had a spirit event within the past couple months, but still going, still winning. So Jill Valentine, Resident Evil. Let's see how this one plays out. 2 interesting sort of characters here. So, who's up first? Jill. Now, as we all know, Jill is, well, from Resident Evil, duh. And who owns Resident Evil? Capcom. Capcom and Nintendo work very well together, right? Agreed. And to say that Capcom won't get a character in Fighter Pass 2, I don't know about that one. It's like Capcom has so many different franchises, ones that are already repped in Smash Bros. And ones that are not repped in Smash Bros. So, I mean, Capcom has a lot to pick from. Alright, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And with Resident Evil being one of their biggest selling, most recognizable franchise, having a big assortment of characters that are well known in gaming, such as Jill Valentine, for example, I think that kind of helps their case. I don't know if Jill Valentine or anybody Resident Evil is kind of... I don't know if their case... Like, okay, I'm talking specifically the 4 spears that we got. Leon, Chris, Jill, and Wesker. maybe if Capcom does get a playable character from the Resident Evil series, might not be them, because just thinking going forward from Nintendo, why would they put a spirit of somebody, a DLC spirit of a character in the game, if they would have had plans later on to make them a playable character? Now, that makes a lot of sense to me, but I'm not going to rule out the fact. It's Nintendo. They'll lead you down one path, they'll get you thinking in one direction, and then all of a sudden, whoop, they flip it on you, and they're like, ah, psych, actually, you're getting a Resident Evil character. Here comes Jill Valentine, or something like that. So, don't ever count Nintendo out. Don't ever think you know what Nintendo's doing, because none of us do. As much as there's some people that think they have Nintendo all figured out and they got all these characters, and it's funny to see these people online. They're just like, no, I know how Nintendo thinks. No, you don't. Come on, especially for Smash Bros. We'll see what happens. I mean, everyone expected, what, 5 third-party characters? I guess I didn't. I had a good hunch we're gonna get 1 first-party character. But anyway, Jill, moveset. I mean, Resident Evil is pretty straightforward. It's a horror game that's kind of turned into like an action typey game. Resident Evil 6, it was an alright game. It wasn't the best in the series by any means. It definitely kept going down a different path. I mean, Resident Evil 4 is looked at as the game that really turned the franchise into, you know, not a survival horror type of game like they were known for. Although lots of people say Resident Evil 4 is still one of the best made games of all time. It's kind of a, you know, whatever. But, Jill, so Resident Evil, you're going to have your weapons, potentially your handguns, maybe shotguns, maybe a grenade launcher potentially for explosive attacks. You could have first aid sprays. You could have the herbs that are known for the Resident Evil games. Heal yourself up, something I've always said. You use it, maybe it's similar to Banjo's Golden Wing, where you only have a couple, a set amount of them per stock, so you can heal yourself with herbs maybe 3 times per stock or something like that, and it could end up healing, I don't know, 10, 15%, something like that, depending. I don't know, they could work out, you know, whatever. Stun gun, let's see. They do have a stun rod as well, so that could be like a little melee weapon. There's the grenade launcher, of course. Grappling hook, perfect for an up special. Good recovery. We already have a couple characters that have like the grappling hook type of weapon or something at their disposal, so that's easy to come into contact with. You got instant grenades, you got flash grenades, you got chicken eggs. Come on, I want to see chicken eggs in one of the Resident Evil characters' movesets, but I mean, overall, plus Resident Evil music, I don't think I hear that talked about too much. Again, I know Resident Evil's not talked about as much anymore because of their spirits, but if RE still gets a character, they got a lot of great music that's just kind of horror, that's kind of like, alright, we don't have that sort of style of music, so it's bringing a different genre of music, and it kind of would really fit the character and the vibe, especially for their stage. If Resident Evil, I want to throw this out there, if Resident Evil is going to get a character, I'm gonna raise my hand, and we'll say the 4 spirits, just hypothetically, they're not going to happen. What Resident Evil character would I like to see? Nemesis. Come on, Nemesis, the big bad dude. Resident Evil 3, the remake, right? Did that come out? Or, no, it's coming out later? I think, does it come out in March? I don't know. Resident Evil 3 is coming out. Nemesis makes a lot of sense. Big bad guy, a villain. Villain, please. But another heavy character would be such a menacing force out there, so it'd be kind of cool to see Resident Evil get a playable rep. But maybe they're kind of stuck as just their spirits. I don't know. Maybe they get me costumes in the future. I guess that could be a potential thing, right? But let's talk about Jill's opponent here real quick. Lana, Hyrule Warriors, Legend of Zelda. Now, Lana's kind of a character that would be... It's kind of like how am I trying to say this? Kind of would be like that sort of, alright, that makes sense that Nintendo picked her, but it's not quite like something that people would go, yeah, she's a front runner. She's definitely like, she's out there. She's got a fan base. I'm not saying there's nobody supporting her. There's definitely a big fan base behind this character pushing for her. I've seen it, right? I mean, Lana defeated Sora in the first round of this tournament. She defeated Sora. That's crazy. From Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's Sora. So Lana definitely has her backers and her supporters. And coming from one of Nintendo's biggest IPs, come on, in Legend of Zelda, And if there's any first party franchise that deserves another character, it's Legend of Zelda. No, it's not Fire Emblem. We have too many. Take out some. Nah, actually keep them in. I like the characters. Just don't give me any more. Unless it's Black Knight. Wow, I'm such a hypocrite. I like Black Knight. Whatever. Focus on Legend of Zelda. Lana. So, she's a sorceress, which is pretty cool. So, she's got a bunch of different sort of magic attacks that she has at her disposal. So, that could be pretty much like the main part of her moveset, which would be kind of cool. And, like, Lana kind of... If you've known anything about Lana, she's kind of taken over, like... Once... I don't know. How am I trying to put that? Okay, Lana... I guess, like, her character kind of just really, amongst the Legend of Zelda, the community, and popularity, her character and her presence kind of has been rising over the past few years. She's been a big character. Lots of people just kind of, like, I don't know, they just flock to her for whatever reason. Design, moveset, personality, whatever it is. The character, she has it all, right? I think the one thing, though, against Lana, I believe typically Sakurai... I believe he stated this somewhere too. I could be wrong, but I think he might have mentioned something along the lines that he likes to stick clear or stay away from kind of spin-offy sort of games for characters. I think he said that, or maybe I'm just mixing up my facts with what a random person on the internet said. But like, I know he's taken like inspiration. He's taken like stuff from He's taken stuff from spin-off games and put them into Smash Bros. In one way or another, whether it's, you know, an assist trophy, whether it's items, whether it's, you know, a specific move a character has that came from a spin-off game or something like that. So, I mean, Lana, Hyrule Warriors, that was a pretty good game, right? Lots of people really enjoyed that. That was, I mean, I did. That was a great game. Lana, I don't know. I think, especially with Breath of the Wild 2 in development for the Switch, and we got 6 characters in the Fighter Pass 2, I think it's very safe to say we're going to get at least one first-party character. I'm more in the boat we're getting 2 first-party characters. Breath of the Wild 2, I mean, come on. What better way for Nintendo to promote their own stuff within Smash Bros., right? It's been done several times. It'll probably be done in the future. I don't have any issue with Nintendo trying to promote their own stuff with one of their biggest IPs in Smash Bros. I don't have an issue with that. They're a business. They're trying to sell stuff. That's what they do. Maybe I'm not a big fan of the characters, a couple of the characters they put in, but that doesn't mean I don't want the character. It doesn't mean I'm not going to use the character. I have to play as them before I'm going to actually make up my mind. I'm not going to just judge them immediately. Go, nope, don't want that character. Not even going to try. So for this one, actually, oh boy, for this one, I'm actually going to vote Lana. I'm going Lana for this one. I think Legend of Zelda as a series just deserves another new rep, not another Link. We deserve a new rep at this point already. Jill Valentine, as much as I would like to see Resident Evil character, she's not even in my top 3. She might not even be in my top 5 for Resident Evil characters, because I'd rather have Leon, probably Nemesis, Chris, Wesker, and then Jill. I'd have to say that's how that would go. Maybe Barry Burton would be up there. That'd be so out of left field, though. But Lana's got my vote. Let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments. Lana, Jill, or both. They're all good options. Anyway, that is it for this one. Little sneak peek for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a pretty interesting matchup, I'd say. We have King Boo from the Mario series, but, you know, Luigi's Mansion game. Big boss in that. And his opponent, one of those characters that was a recent replacement, Klonoa. So we'll see how Klonoa bounces back. Ended up defeating Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger, in Klonoa's only match. So we'll see if Klonoa keeps up the momentum or not. But that's the match tomorrow. And then the results will be for someone down here. We'll figure out if Amaterasu or Bomberman won. But that's tomorrow. Today's today. Today's wrapping up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.